So, good morning to you all. First, I would like to thank the Academy and Professor Bombron for inviting me. So, I'll give a presentation on recognizing former indigenous innovation. So, this is based on the work that we have been doing in the past decades. So, the idea is to use innovation contests to identify and promote locally developed innovations. So, first, why farmer innovations? So, farmers, they have a wealth of indigenous knowledge. So often we assume that scientists develop innovations and farmers are supposed to adopt, but some farmers are very creative. And when they are faced with challenges, they come out with their own solution. We know that farmers produce in different agroecological zones, and it's always a challenge to adapt the scientifically generated innovations to their local context. So farmers help in adapting innovations to local conditions. So the process in which farmers develop their own innovations is what we are calling farmer innovation. And there are several mechanisms to support farmer innovations, and farmer innovation or farmer indigenous knowledge is also now being recognized in several international treaties, including the Paris Climate Agreement. Article 7.5 even mentioned the need to recognize traditional knowledge or indigenous knowledge. So I used to work for the Center for Development Research, and we had two research programs. One is WASCA, the West African Science Service Center for Climate and Adapted Land Use, and the other one is an ongoing project known as PARI, that's Program of Accompanying Research in Agricultural Innovations, which is been directed by Professor Vombro. And as part of these two programs, we're interested in promoting highly potential farmer innovations. So we're thinking about what's the best approach to recognize or reward farmers who are very creative. And one challenge is that some farmers would like to keep their innovations in secrecy. There's no incentive for them to report the innovations that they have developed. So we thought of using a contest, a competition, where farmers will compete to win prizes by revealing the innovations that they have developed. So the competition is what we are referring to as farmer innovation contest, which is just a process in which farmers compete for prizes or acknowledgement by sharing their independent developed innovations. So as part of the competition, we define what constitutes farmer innovation. We're looking at innovations within the agri-food sector, and it has to be done differently from known practices. So we're just not interested in common practices. We're looking for innovations, novelties, and it also has to be developed by a farmer or a group of farmers. We do not want innovations developed by scientists. And in the competition, this is the eligibility criteria: male, female, or youth farmers. We organized the competition in 5 countries. So between 2012 and 2015, we continuously implemented the innovation yearly in Ghana. Then in 2016, we implemented the innovation contest in 4 countries: Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, and Zambia. And in 2017, Cameroon and Mali. The insights I'll be sharing relates to the experiences in Ghana and Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, and Zambia. So the prizes on offer in the contest were at the district level, and we awarded Best Male Innovator, Best Female Innovator, and Best Youth Innovator. We awarded first prize, second prize, third prize, and this way the prize equivalent. The first prize winner gets 1,000 USD equivalent, second prize 750, and third prize 500. And we do not give money to the award winners. We rather use it to support their innovative work or buy some farm inputs or equipment to support them in their farming activities. And how were the farmers informed about the competition? So we use several channels. We use radio, SMS, posters, farmers union, through churches. But a key channel we used was the extension agents, because they work closely with farmers and they're already familiar with some of the innovative farmers. So we organize workshops for them. So if you are working in a particular district, we invite the extension officers covering all the locations within that district. So a one-day workshop where we train them on the concept of farmer innovation, how to identify the innovation, how to support an innovative farmer to fill an application form. And the extension officers were also incentivized. If they report an innovation that is considered an innovation by the evaluation committee, they get an incentive of, I think, about 12 to 25 USD, depending on the country. So they were also motivated to go out and scout for this innovation. So the farmers were given between 6 weeks and 2 months to report the innovations that they have developed, and they fill an application form and deposit at a centralized location where we went around and collected the application forms. Then we set up an evaluation committee. So at the district level, and each evaluation committee consisted of members of researchers, farmer organizations, NGOs, and also the Ministry of Agriculture. So these are examples of pictures of the evaluation committee members trying to evaluate the innovations, and they score the innovations using the multi-criteria. Assess each of these innovations. So in the 6 countries, they all decided. So there's evaluation committee members at the meeting, they have to decide on the criteria they think are important for evaluating the innovation. So you see that each country came out with its own criteria, although there are some commonalities. For example, originality cut across all the countries, because innovation is about originality, the degree of innovativeness. Yeah, that's one of the criteria. Some consider whether the innovation contribute positively to environmental sustainability, whether it has no negative effect on the environment, whether it can be used by both gender groups. Yeah, so these are the criteria they use. And then after shortlisting the best innovators, the evaluation committee members then go to the field and when interview the innovator and his or her community members to find out whether first he or she is the originator of the innovation and how he or she developed the innovation, the process, yeah, just to confirm that this is actually an innovation. So these are some pictures of the farmers demonstrating their innovations to the evaluation committee members. So at the end of the contest in Ghana, for the 3 years, we received 314 qualified innovations, which were recognized as innovations. Yeah, it's just a region in Ghana, Upper East region. So Ghana has 16 administrative regions, and the contest was conducted in just one region. Yeah, and in the other countries, just within 1 year, we received 349 valid innovations. So in total, in the 5 countries, we received over 1,000 submissions, but not all of them qualify as innovations. So we discarded some of them. And these are the domains of the innovations. Most of the innovations related to animal husbandry and crop management. We're looking at innovations within the food supply chain. So it's ranging from production to marketing. So here I'll give a few examples of some of the innovations that won the award. So meet Mr. John Akugri. He's a farmer in the Upper East region of Ghana. So they cultivate a lot of onion in his community or his district. And onion, the challenge is that when you store the seed, it loses its viability quickly, and it's also attacked by storage pests. So this farmer developed a way of storing the onion so that it can survive. The viability will be kept for several months. Yeah. So what he did was he got this plant, the barracook is very common in North and South America and tropical Africa. It's called barracook. That's the local name in his community, but the scientific name is Gammacrista niscitans. So he gets the plant, that's the plant, dry it, pulverize it, and use the char, the powder, to store the onion, and the onion is able to retain its viability for several months into years. Yeah, so he won an award for this innovation. And then this farmer, Mr. Ramon Abibile, also developed an innovation to tackle striga in his community. So striga is a parasitic weed. When it invades your farm, it attacks your crop and you're likely to get very low yields. So what he actually found this innovation out of chance, serendipitously. He cultivates onion and realized that when he harvests onion, wherever he leaves the residues of onion, the striga parasitic weed does not emerge. So he thought about the idea that, okay, if I use the onion residue as a seed dresser or as a seed coat, the striga will not emerge on my farm. And he did that and has been successful in controlling striga on his farm. And other farmers in his community have adopted it, and they attest to how effective the innovation is. Yeah, there's another farmer who have developed innovation in the area of integrated aquaculture agriculture. Then there's an innovator from Ethiopia who tried to save cost by developing a simple machine that can help you plant, spray your seeds, and also apply fertilizer at the same time instead of doing it at different times. Yeah, so it saves labor and also cost of production. And these are youth innovators in Ethiopia who have used local resources to develop some mechanized innovations, including milk churner, incubator, winnowing machine. Yeah. And there's a farmer in Kenya we met who has developed his own improved watermelon variety by crossbreeding a local variety with a hybrid variety. And the new variety is tolerant to stress, drought especially, and it gives high yield, and it tastes better according to the scientists who we're working with. Yeah, and another innovator has developed a brooder for poultry, which saves costs and also reduces chicken mortality because it reduces infestation. Yeah. And then there's another innovator in Zambia who has developed a biopesticide for controlling pests, yeah, in the agroforestry farm. So I visited Zambia, and the farmers in that area, they were having a lot of issues with termites attacking their trees in the agroforestry farm. So he found out that if you use this particular plant, which is Bongonia madagariensis, yeah, you use the extract, you spray it on your farm, it controls all the termites. And so biopesticide is an alternative to synthetic pesticides, so it saves the environment and also reduces costs. So I currently work for CABI, where CABI does a lot of work in this area trying to promote biopesticide adoption. And this farmer in Zambia also found a solution to pink eye disease in goat, so goat blindness. She developed a concoction from tomato leaves, and the farmers in the community are all using this. So when she applies it to her goat, yeah, they all regain their sight. And this farmer, this was discovered by Prolinova Kenya, so she did not participate in our contest because it was not in that particular area we're doing the contest. So when you have an egg and you send it to her, she's able to tell you whether when the egg hatches, the egg will hatch into a male or a female chicken. Yeah. So she developed the idea when she's a poultry farmer, and she realized, okay, she wants to save the female, the eggs that will hatch into a hen. Well, she wants to rather sell the eggs that will hatch into the cock. So based on several years of experience, she uses the shape of the egg. Yeah, so she claims that if it's pointed, it's likely to hatch into a female chicken, so like a hen. Yeah, and scientists have confirmed this. Yeah, so 99% she's always right. Yeah, so it's based on the diameter she has experience in doing this. Yeah, so these are some of the innovations we identified through the competition. So a lot of interest, farmers participating in the competition. We gave them some awards for their innovation. We documented the innovation, and we're encouraging scientists to support them in testing their innovations, also helping to commercialize some of them. Yeah, so if you want to know about the process of identifying the innovations, we reported them in this scientific publication. Yeah, and we also did some analysis to show that the innovative farmers actually, the innovations they have developed support them in improving their livelihoods. So we have found positive effects on some welfare indicators. We also show that innovative farmers are 6% more likely to be resilient to climate shocks because of the type of innovations they develop. Then we also did the final study we did on this farmer innovations related to property rights, intellectual property rights, where we're trying to see their attitude towards intellectual property rights, so the copyright or copyleft, and most of them actually preferred open access, to leave their innovations open access. Yeah, it's more driven by altruism. Yeah, but we found out that a few of the farmers who they are already in the process of commercializing their innovations, and they will prefer to be supported to commercialize it. Yeah, so to conclude, yeah, so through these projects, the two projects, we found out that farmers are capable innovators. They develop a lot of innovations. And some of them are very outstanding and supporting their local communities. And contests, the use of innovation contests can help in identifying these innovations, and the innovations already helping them in improving their livelihoods and also adapting to climate shocks. And there's the need to support them. And these are some of the ways we can support the farmers to further improve their innovations. Thank you.